The Lowe's Halloween 2023 animatronic lineup has been leaked. Let's take a look. For everything scary, I'm GMHaunts, and welcome to what I believe is my first Halloween 2023 leaked news video. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I am very excited to say that the Lowe's Halloween 2023 animatronic lineup has leaked and surfaced online, or at least the first part of it, because this morning, 6 brand new animatronics coming for the Lowe's Halloween 2023 lineup got their stock photos, their descriptions, and their prices leaked into the Haunter community, and today we are going to take a look at those 6 new animatronics and take a look at all the information coming with them. And then finally, the last thing I will say before I jump into these brand new leaked props is that we have 6 items right now to take a look at. However, there is very likely more stuff to the lineup this year, so this is most likely just part 1. So I guess, without any further ado, let's jump into part 1 of the Lowe's Halloween 2023 leaked animatronics. Alright, so I want to start this video off with an exciting animatronic, and this is the Screeching Ghost. I do want to say right now that the Lowe's website has very basic names for these props, and normally Lowe's doesn't get very creative, so they are calling this one just the Screeching Ghost. Now, on first sight from this stock photo, you're probably thinking, okay, this is just a standard ghost lady animatronic wearing a red dress, not much going on here. However, when you take a look at the price tag and the description that comes with this prop, you realize that this is a very special animatronic. The Lowe's website, as of right now, and this, again, maybe is false information, maybe will get updated, maybe is a mistake, but as of right now, the description of the Screeching Ghost says that this animatronic is pneumatic. Now, obviously, pneumatic props are very much known in the professional Halloween industry. High-end props, from Poison Props, Distortions Unlimited, companies like that that make much higher quality stuff, are known for using pneumatics for their animatronics. However, we have yet to see a pneumatic prop in the consumer retail market of Halloween animatronics and decorations. So, if the Lowe's website is correct, and this animatronic is pneumatic, this is the very first time from any consumer Halloween company we are seeing a pneumatic animatronic, and that's what makes this so interesting, and that's why I wanted to start this video off like this. Also, I do want to mention that since this animatronic is supposedly pneumatic, it does reflect in the price tag, because Lowe's is saying that this prop is $361, which is obviously very pricey for what we are seeing here, what you're supposed to get. Just a standard 6-foot ghost lady animatronic. The pneumatics would make sense for why the price tag is so high. But talking about the looks of this animatronic, it's very simple. I mean, we basically just have a very classic kind of ghost lady. There isn't much going on, and she has a standard red dress. Honestly, if this is a pneumatic prop and we're getting a pneumatic ghost from Lowe's, I kind of wish they did a little bit more with the look of the character. However, I do understand that maybe the manufacturing cost went into the pneumatic and not the actual look. I just wish the face had a little bit more detail, because again, this is just a really simple, by-the-book ghost animatronic. Not a lot of special attributes or features going on with it. I maybe even feel like maybe like a white outfit instead of a red outfit would be better. So overall, the Screeching Ghost, I am very intrigued by the idea of pneumatics, and I'm very much crossing my fingers that the description is correct and that that's not false information, because it's going to be very, very surprising if we see our very first consumer pneumatic Halloween animatronic from Lowe's. Alright, so this next animatronic is also very exciting, because the description also says that this is a pneumatic animatronic. That's right, according to the website right now, we have 2 pneumatic Lowe's animatronics for 2023, and this is the brand new Howling Happy Clown animatronic. I'm not even really sure what the name of this one is. The name of the item on this is so long and has a lot of words. Let's just call this the Pneumatic Clown. What we have here is a very similar looking animatronic to, obviously, Spirit's Lucky Bottoms that was sold last year for 2022. This is basically a half-body clown. Now, according to the description of this prop, this is once again a pneumatic item, and the animation is that the clown kind of pops upwards to startle the person in front of it. Now, I kind of had the exact same thoughts for this animatronic that I had for the girl, and it's simply that I think the look of the clown is just really simple and very by the book. Again, if this animatronic does feature pneumatics, then I will probably enjoy it a lot more than I'm thinking right now. But once again, it just looks like the manufacturing cost went into the pneumatic motors instead of the actual look of the animatronic. We can presume that this was manufactured by SVI. There's a lot of different things in it that kind of point to SVI, but this is definitely one of the most basic things that SVI has ever made. But as of right now, with the photo that we have to take a look at, my main thought is that I wish the character of the clown looked a little bit more unique. Alright, so next up is an animatronic that I actually really like, and I guess I have to say this is a set of animatronics, because this is the new for 2023 3-foot set of greeters, pumpkin and skeleton. Again, they don't really have official names, but I actually really like the look of these guys. So over the past couple years, we've seen a lot of different companies throw in their 2 cents for 3-foot greeter animatronics, and I guess this is Lowe's newest rendition, because this is a set of greeters. One is a skeleton and the other is a pumpkin. Very vintage looking, and they are supposed to be part of a Halloween band, I guess, because the skeleton's holding a guitar and then the pumpkin is holding an accordion, so I guess this is a vintage Halloween band. I really like these guys because I think the look is very unique. I love that the skeleton has a white, orange, and black color scheme, because I think it goes very well with the skeleton head. I love the way that looks, and then I love how the pumpkin basically just has black, bright orange, and dark orange. Again, I think that also looks very good for contrasting with the pumpkin. I think in terms of color scheme, this is the perfect set of colors for these 2 animatronics, especially because they don't have the same outfit. They contrast even each other, so I love the way that works. I also am very intrigued because the description says that they have turning shoulders, light up eye caps, light up face cutouts, and moving jaw, which is a lot of animations and features for just 3-foot animatronics. Normally we don't see that much for the smaller things, so I'm glad to see that a lot went into this set of 3-foot greeters. However, even though they do have a lot of features, the price tag of these guys is said to be $150. I feel like $150 for a set of 3-footers is a little bit overpriced, and yes, I understand they do have a lot of animation, and maybe when I see the videos, I'll really be impressed and think it's a good price tag. So, as of right now, with this photo, I'm not necessarily 100% sure if the price tag is worth it. However, I do really enjoy the look of these guys. I think they're very classic, very vintage looking, and I think with some cool lighting, they would look really good in any kind of display. So overall, other than the price tag as of right now, I think these animatronics, this set of greeters, look fantastic. Alright, so next up we have a brand new kind of angel character standing on a tombstone, and once again, I actually really like the look of this guy. First of all, I tend to enjoy statue animatronics because we don't get a ton of them in the Halloween world, so I always love getting new ones. And I think this is a great execution of a creepy angel because the stone texture on the costume and on the tombstone looks really realistic. It really does look like cracked stone and not a soft material, which is probably what it'll be manufactured with. I also really like how the wings are huge. They are basically the full size of the character itself. So I love the way that looks because they are very recognizable, very noticeable, and I love that they are big wings. They're not little tiny things. When I first saw the stock photo, I kind of thought that maybe he would be 6 foot, maybe even 5 foot, maybe a little bit of shorter guy. However, he is 96 inches, which translates obviously to 8 feet, which means that this is a pretty towering animatronic, and I think that in a display, he would look fantastic, possibly in the middle with a bunch of tombstones around him. I think this would look really good, especially because he does have some blue LEDs by his feet that kind of are meant to shine up onto the character, which I think will create a really cool effect in the darkness. This guy will be retailing for $247, which honestly, I think this one's actually a very good price because 9 feet tall and $247 is a great combination, especially because of how many animations we're seeing. So the price tag is really good, the looks are really good, and I think the animations will look really nice in a display, and I'm super excited to see the official demo video for this brand new Cemetery Angel. Alright, so next up we have a new zombie animatronic. Now, unfortunately, this is definitely one that I cannot get behind. We can noticeably see that he is manufactured by SVI because of the latex head and the way the eyes look. But I feel like this is actually one of the lesser SVI products we've seen over the last couple years, which normally I'm impressed by them. But I feel like the turnout and execution of this zombie is just not fantastic. The main thing that I dislike about this guy is actually the face. And the reason for that is that I feel like he looks more like a regular person than he does a zombie. There's not enough features, to me at least, that are making it look like a zombie character or a mutant or whatever it's supposed to be. It looks just like kind of a regular person wearing makeup. I feel like maybe they could have done more, maybe with like a brain sticking out or more blood or something. Because especially because the skin tone is just gray. It's not like green or anything. So it doesn't really scream zombie to me. I get that's what they're going for, but I personally don't see that. I am also a big opponent of the black hair. I feel like it looks like it's like sticking up and like he was electrocuted. Not a big fan of that. I also think that the clothing just looks really cheap here. The positioning of his legs, the way he's standing, I always hate when animatronics look like they're standing in awkward positions, because that's one of the main points about them. Even if they're static, you're looking at the way they're standing, and when he's set up like this, in this photo, it doesn't look like how a person would stand, so it just doesn't look realistic to me. But I guess overall, my main opinion with the zombie is that he looks really cheap. But nonetheless, he's retailing for $208, which I feel like is kind of overpriced, because yes, he kind of does have a lot of animation. His arms move up and down, he's got a moving mouth, and he's got LED eyes, but for $208, you could buy another life-size prop, or the same size, that's better than what this zombie is, and higher quality, from SVI, from Spirit or something, or Home Depot. Overall, I'm not a big fan of this new zombie animatronic. I wish they made a more unique zombie, something that stood out a little bit more, maybe with some brighter colors, with some green skin tone. I don't even know whatever it is, but I could just say that I am not a fan of this new zombie. Alright, and finally we have an animatronic that I am not going to talk about that much, just because it's basically a reskin of so many things we've seen. This is a brand new witch duo. Now, if you've been a long-time watcher of the GMHaunts YouTube channel, you probably know that I absolutely hate generic witch animatronics, ones that are not unique at all, and just kind of look like a stereotypical witch without any kind of unique flares to them. This is the exact description, to me at least, of a generic witch, and we have seen witch duo animatronics so many times from so many Halloween companies, and this is basically the same exact concept, except it's new. I'm gonna say new in quotations there, because it's basically not new, which is a reskin. Not a fan of these animatronics at all. They look super cheap, they look very, very simple, and they just look like every other basic witch animatronic that Lowe's has ever released, and probably will ever release, going into the future. I wish Lowe's would stop doing stuff like this and move more into unique witches that have their own kind of unique appeal to them. Somehow they can still make witches, because I know witches are a popular Halloween character and they're very classic, but I feel like they gotta get away from this cheap looking classic thing that just looks very simple, just like by the book, everything is basically cookie cutter witch. I feel like Lowe's has gotta get away from that, but maybe they shouldn't. Maybe you like these guys. And if you do, then don't let me rain on your parade. Alright, so those are all of the leaked Lowe's Halloween 2023 animatronics that we have as of right now. Like I said in the beginning, this is most likely just part 1, because I imagine that Lowe's will have more than 6 animatronics. Normally they have around 10. So maybe we have 3 or 4 left to go, and I have no idea when those will be uploaded secretly to the website. I will most definitely make a part 2 if the second half of the lineup does get leaked out into the community anytime soon, so stay tuned for that. But I guess, remember as always, for everything scary, I'm GMHaunts. Ask you guys later for more Lowe's Halloween 2023 videos. Goodbye.